Hey Randy, I'm just looking at your design here, and I know that you were looking for the coloring and if I had any feedback, so let's just take a look at this. Yeah, I think that this is really successful, and I think you did use spot color quite well with this ad. One thing I noticed, it's not a big deal, but I think the end of this line is maybe not all the way towards the left here, so there's a little bit of the image underneath popping through. Like I said, not a huge deal, but you could even crop this image up a little bit. I'm not sure if it'll get blurry if you make it any bigger, but just to get rid of this awkward little bit of tree here. Not a huge deal, like I said. And I do like the fact that you can see this part of the image where there's kind of like this, I don't know, line of snow coming off of the snowboarder, and then this is kind of a dynamic diagonal line here, which is great. And then he's kind of balancing that with his other diagonal here, and then you're also kind of bringing more diagonals in down here. So that's creates a lot of dynamic motion in the ad and makes it not so static, I guess, using those diagonals. So good job there. I'm also noticing this little bit of tree is coming up and hitting this hill. So you might want to consider putting either like solid white up here, or maybe another color of green with white text, or like I said, just potentially cropping your image, just bringing it all the way down to this line, and then doing a copy paste, and then creating another image, the same image, but just blowing up the sky more, and then stacking that in its own little triangle on top, and just doing away with that extra branch that's coming in the way of your hill text, if that makes sense. It's basically copying this and then cropping it down so that the tree branch is not showing. So there'll be two separate boxes with this image in it, so that you can kind of get rid of that extra branch there. But yeah, I think this is looking really good, and I like the fact that you used free here, and you even changed the color on that. I think it is maybe lacking some contact information, because this is a magazine ad, so I would maybe create a little bit more space in the green area where you can put like a phone number, and maybe a little bit more of a clear call to action, such as, call us today for more information, that kind of thing, because we really want people to be inquiring, because a lot of people will see this ad, but they just won't know what to do. They won't know how to, because they don't know where the hill is located and that kind of thing. So like just calling is really helpful for people. You can even have them call the rental shop, like call our rental shop, since you mentioned rentals here in the ad, call the rental shop for more information, and anybody they talk to at the rental shop can give them information on where the ski hill's located, where the rental shop is, that kind of thing, because that's one of the problems with Bear Paw, is that we don't have a website. So if we had a website, that would help a little bit, but so maybe just some contact information and a clearer call to action down at the bottom. And you might want to consider, it's fine to put the logo here, but honestly, it's really it is quite standard to have it down here at the bottom of the ad, but I can see you might have a hard time fitting it in down here, and that's fine. You can totally leave it here, but it's not popping off as well as it could. And I know on the green it won't pop off, but maybe you could bring this into Photoshop and change it to all white, just select all the colors. You could do a select color range on it, and then just select both both colors or all colors in the logo, and then just push OK, and then do an edit, fill, and then bring in white. Now, if you don't have Photoshop, I think you can do the same exact thing using Photopea. So that works really well too if you want to use Photopea for that. I think there's still a select color range. You can even Google how to do it if you need a little bit more instruction with it, but Photopea will work for that. And I think if you make those changes, then you'll be super dialed in with this, and a great job on this. This looks really professional and really good, and I really like, this is really hitting your target audience, and it's compelling, and I think it would sell some lift tickets, so great job.